Welcome to Elden Ring, one of the best open world games I've ever played. This game is so incredibly good because of the beautiful landscapes, art design and combat. After my experience with two of the Souls games, I wanted to do another one, and so I chose for Elden Ring. For this platinum, I needed to beat the game, do a lot of optional bosses and collecting some items, including the hardest boss from software as ever created.
I am Melania, Blade of Mikola. And I have never known defeat.
But that's for later. So, let's get started getting this platinum trophy. I started with the samurai class and the golden seed as the starter item, because you could get an extra flask with that. If you don't know what flasks are, it's basically the item where you can heal or restore magic with. The first thing I did after was defeating Margit. He's the first main boss in the game and it's quite hard for a tutorial boss. But after a few tries, I got him and unlocked my first trophy. Fuck you, let's go! Margit is so old, man. Oh my gosh. And after that, I got another trophy. Round 2 of hold. I had to fight this boss for a trophy. Not gonna lie, I absolutely smoked him. Wow, this boss easy. No, almost zero hit. Leonin misbegotten. Then I went in some kind of castle, and there was another boss waiting for me there. His name was Godric. If I would defeat him, he would give me another trophy and give me access to a new area. And damn, this fight was cool! Especially his second phase, where he pulls off a dragon head and uses it as his arm. But other than that, he was an easy boss fight and I got him on my second try. Easy class, bro. Second try. And after a long monologue, I got the trophy. Shard bearded Godric. And I got a great rune after defeating this boss. You get them by defeating shard bearers. Great runes are special upgrades that have their own benefits, like gain extra health, but you have to use a rune arc to activate it, and these are quite rare. If you die while it's activated, you lose it until you use a rune arc again. For this trophy, I needed to activate a great rune. You do this by going to special towers spread across the map. After that, I did some bosses. I defeated them pretty easily, so here are the trophies popping. Next up was Radon. This boss is so immense cool. Even getting to him is amazing because they celebrate a festival for this guy, and the people there had some nice chats.
Champions, welcome! The stars have aligned. The festival is nigh. General Radon, mightiest demigod of the Shattering awaits you. Champions, prepare for battle. Defeat the general, claim glory, and grab that great rune. A celebration of war. The Radon Festival!
But the boss though? He was very easy. You could summon all the people from the festival and they would just destroy him for you. I went in risky though, but still got him on my first try. Also to mention now, I did not use any summons this entire game. Only if you would count Radon. I didn't use them because it would make the game a lot harder. And I just wanted to do everything fair and square. Shard Bearer Radon. And I got a cool armor set for killing him. It looked so cool and it was very good too. And then I fought myself, I guess. Easy. Had some stupid luck.
Oh my god.
And fought this giant reindeer.
Regal Ancestor Spirit.
Now it was time for these stupid gargoyles. Literally, they suck so much.
Hij komt er ook aan met zijn poison. Ja, game of the year jongens, game of the year.
I spent like an hour beating them. But what makes this boss fight so hard, you may ask? Well, first of all, they have crazy attack moves. Second of all, midway through the fight, the second guy spawns, which makes this a gang fight. And thirdly, poison!
Komt hij weer aan de andere weer poison doen, hè? Poison. Met poison, weet niet poison. Nee, waarom reached hij niet?
But after many attempts, I finally got them.
Yes, let's go. Valiant gargoyles. Oh, those stupid bosses. Oh my god, we got them. Let's go.
In the meantime, I went further with the story. And I unlocked some trophies for defeating major bosses. Including this guy right over here. You might recognize him from earlier in the video. It's basically the same boss, but with more attacks.
This guy goes insane, bro. Whoa, no. Come on, man. Yes, we got him. Ooh. Whew. Got him.
And I had to fight this fire giant as well. He had some crazy insta-kill moves and a large chunk of HP. Anyhow, I got him on my third try.
Whoa. Bro, this guy is easy. Third try. This guy was easy. And I'm on the level. See? Easy. 94. Easy.
And I set the Earth Tree aflame for another trophy. Because I came closer to beating the game, I decided to do a lot of optional bosses that gave me trophies. Which would also benefit me because I could get some extra levels for the endgame. The bosses there are some of the hardest bosses I have ever fought in video games. Godskin Noble. I had been looking forward to this boss fight because of one reason. And just in general, it was such a cool boss fight.
I'm going home scared. Please get back to normal again. It's perfectly ready. Pretty fun fight. Tried by the Riker. It's a pretty good fight.
Yeah, the hard bosses I told earlier about, well, they were about to destroy me. The first boss we got here was Godskin Duo. Yup, another gang fight. I heard some crazy things about these guys, like how hard they are. But for me, it wasn't anything like the rumors. I got them on my first try without any struggle.
I'm so scared. Got it! I got them! First try, baby! First try! Let's go!
What also came with that boss fight was a bell bearing. You can give that to the shop owner at the round table to purchase more items, including smithing stones. So now I could upgrade my weapon to max level and get a trophy.
God's flaying ornament.
Now it was time for Malekith. I heard a lot of rumors about this guy as well. And boy, they were right. This guy was extremely challenging, especially his second phase.
Oh dude, this is my... What? What?
And this was my first encounter with the second phase.
Man.
So I was up for a rough time. After so many attempts, I felt I was getting better. I could do his first phase with not that many damage, but it was all about the second phase. His second phase is just insane. His moves will do life-draining damage. Some of them would even remove your HP for a few seconds.
What?
And his attacks had a pretty big AoE in general.
What the?
With many attempts. Some glitches.
Hoe kan die daar ineens komen?
And rages.
How the fuck did he came there?
I finally got him.
Yes! Nee! Nee! No, 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 no. Don't let this be the end. Yes! Fuck you, Malekith. Oh, fuck you. Eat shit and die. Oh. Malekith, the Black Blade.
There were only 3 bosses left between me and beating the game, but not for the platinum. I did the last 2 bosses before going for the trophies I had remaining. One of these bosses gave me a trophy.
Oh. Wait, niet voor de timer. Oh, I thought I was dead. Fourth try, fifth try, he was pretty doable.
Now it was time to do some cleanup. I started by getting to Millennia's boss fight. It takes pretty long to even get there in the first place. While I was doing that, I got 2 more trophies.
Okay, second try.
And defeated some more optional trophy bosses. And I was way too overleveled for these guys at this point.
I'm way too overleveled.
This guy was a little tough though, but nothing compared to his harder version later on.
Sorry for you, buddy.
This boss fight was just a cinematic masterpiece.
I think I'm a bit over level for this one. Yeah, definitely I'm too over level. I'm over level. It's still natural born of the void. Oh, without healings to make it fair.
Then I went for some collectibles, which were legendary sorceries and incantations, talismans, weapons, and ashes. But as you saw, I didn't get the weapons. There were apparently two missable weapons, one that you can get pretty early on in the game, but the other one you had to play through half of the game. Luckily, one of my friends offered to give the weapons, so big shout out to Knee Pain. Now it was time for the final bosses before getting the splat, and these were extremely challenging. Most of them took me an hour or more to beat them, and I started with this guy. He was the least challenging out of them all, but don't get me wrong, he was still pretty hard.
Oh, this guy was annoying, man.
Now it was time for Moog. Yeah, the boss I told earlier about that had a harder version. Well, this was him, and I wasn't prepared for this guy. This guy made me throw a lot of F-bombs.
This guy is insane! Oh, did all time to this guy's insane.
The reasons why he sucks are 1. He has fire damage, 2. His attacks are so wide that they are so hard to dodge, and 3. His transformation to his second phase gives him HP back and damages you so much. After some googling about this transformation, I came upon a YouTube video that explained that I had to get a specific crystal tier for my wondrous physique, which is like a special potion in this game that you can customize, and that crystal tier would create a shield against this attack. But then would come the second phase, and everything that I just mentioned would become 2 times harder, so more fire and more wider attacks. After so many attempts, I finally got him.
Yes! Yes! Oh mijn god, ik heb hem! Fuck jou! Fuck jou! Shardware en mook!
It was time. The boss fight I have been afraid of for the entirety of the game. Of course I am talking about Millennia. You don't even have to know a thing about this game and you still know Millennia. That's cause she is the hardest boss from software has ever created, and some even speculate that it's the hardest boss of all time.
And I have never known defeat.
Even the intro tells you enough about her. But yeah, when I first entered the arena, I didn't survive for long. And I knew these were gonna be tough hours. And you may be wondering, why is this the hardest boss from software has created? Well, it's simple. 1. She gains HP back every time she hits you. 2. She has 2 health bars / phases. And 3. Waterfall. Literally, I have only dodged this attack once.
First ever dance done without damage.
Okay, so how do we actually beat her? Let's analyze this boss fight into 5 steps. Step 1. Attack her. Step 2. Dodge her attacks. Step 3. Reach phase 2. Step 4. Die.
Nee, nee, nee.
Step 5. Hopefully forget step 4. And it seemed that I just did everything fine till step 5. And after 6 hours of pure pain,
Oh, die kutmove heeft mijn hele goede run verknald.
rage quit,
Dude. Ach, zo vervelend is dat.
and depression,
Ik had zo'n mooie first phase tot de helft en dan gebeurt die waterval dance en daarna ging alles slecht. Nee, dit is over. Het is over.
I finally defeated her. Not gonna lie, it gets pretty tense at the end.
I think I got it. Not like this. Ik heb het gehaald. I did it. I beat Millennia. I beat Millennia. It's over. It's over. I beat Millennia. You stupid. I got you. I got
Let's go.
The true
Yes.
dear Mikola. Oh, dearest Mikola. My brother. I'm sorry. I finally met my match.
I finally arrived at my destination, the Earth Tree. There was a boss waiting for me in there, and if I would defeat him, I would get the plat. But not fully. See, there are 3 endings that have trophies in this game, and these were the last trophies I needed for this platinum. If I would defeat this last boss, I would get the option to choose which ending I want. Normally you would have to play through the game 3 times, but I used the cloud exploit for this, which meant if I got one of the endings, I could reload my save and choose another one. And the music in this boss fight was just amazing. But I needed to defeat this boss first. It was basically a 2-phase boss fight. First phase you would have to fight Radogan, second phase the Elden beast. These guys were pretty challenging as well, and after an hour I got them. I was finally at the end. I chose the normal ending first. Then I reloaded my save and found out that I missed one of the preparations for one of the endings. I quickly did it and it wasn't easy. It was like a word parkour section that really sucked. And last but not least, the third ending. And now my afterthoughts. Should this game have won Game of the Year? Absolutely.